A sniper aimed his rifle at me while I was running for President of the United States. A glint from his scope gave away his position. I didn't panic and kept speaking. I had already calculated the bullet's trajectory. Based on wind speed and distance, I figured out exactly when the bullet would arrive. At the critical moment, I shifted my body. The bullet only grazed my arm. I used the assassination attempt to crush my opponent. My approval rating skyrocketed to an all-time high. But 6 months ago, my life was a disaster. I was so broke, I could only afford moldy pizza. That's when my girlfriend dumped me. I felt like I had nothing left to live for. One day, I ran into my ex-girlfriend's brother. He saw how pathetic I looked. He pulled a pill from his pocket. I immediately refused. He slammed the pill on the table. He said it was completely legal. He said this drug would hit the market next year.
What's in it?
They've identified these receptors in the brain that activate specific circuits. And you know how they say that we can only access 20% of our brain? Well, what this does, it lets you access all of it.
I thought he was full of it. I didn't believe a word he said. Before I could finish talking, he got a phone call. He left in a hurry. He left me his business card.
And that's on the house. I don't want it. Don't be angry. You know how much that costs? $800. Pop.
I stared at the clear pill. I still wasn't sure about this, but I had already lost everything. I had nothing left to lose. I decided to try this $800 pill. The pill slid down my throat. Suddenly, I felt dizzy. Then my brain kicked into overdrive. My vision became crystal clear. I felt myself getting smarter. My landlord showed up demanding rent. Her face was full of disgust. I noticed the book in her hand. I only saw a corner of it, but I figured out exactly what problem she was dealing with.
Something wrong at law school?
What are you doing in law school?
I had seen this book 15 years ago. Now I remembered every single detail. My memory worked like a hard drive. I could access any information instantly.
If you're writing a paper, that's not the book.
I recited the author's complete biography. I gave her advice on the bar exam. My landlord was thrilled. She asked me to help edit her thesis. We ended up sleeping together. When I got home, I was full of energy. I deep cleaned my entire apartment, but my brain was still racing. Ideas kept flooding in. I started writing. My fingers flew across the keyboard. I finished an entire manuscript that same day. The next morning I woke up. The drug had worn off. I was back to being ordinary. Yesterday felt like a dream, but my work was still there. I immediately took it to a publisher. The editor knew I wasn't that talented, but he agreed to take a look anyway. I had just gotten home when I got his message. He only read a few lines and was blown away. He was completely impressed by my genius. He promised me a huge advance. He also offered millions for exclusive rights. I was over the moon. I realized just how powerful this pill was. Compared to getting rich, $800 was nothing. I tracked down the guy using his card, but someone had beaten him up. His face was covered in bruises. He didn't look good anymore. He avoided talking